Alrighty. Oh, remember me? Yeah. It's me. It's good old Peter J. It's me, guys. Peter Joseph here for a late Saturday night video. Right here on the main channel. Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there inside of my pants, otherwise known as hell. And also, don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Subscribe to this channel, my other channels as well, in the gobbledygook. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video, because if you miss anything, you need your face slapped in. Pretty much. Like, white, brushed. Smack. So, don't miss it. So tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications. All notifications, so you don't miss the next video. Like I said, if you miss anything, you're pretty much SOL. You need your face slapped in. And that's that. You're SOL. You know what that means, so do it. And don't forget to smash that like button, stick that thumb straight up everybody else. They don't give a fuck about my channel's ass. That's where it belongs. Those idiots. That's what they are. Complete, utter mop boys. And if you don't know what a mop boy is, you won't know. It's like a fuck boy, but way worse than a fuck boy. So it is what it is. You know how America has fuck boys? Over there in jolly old England, they have mop boys. That's what they are. A bunch of mops. Idiots. Dumb fucks. No life virgins. That are just insanely dumb. They think they run shit. They don't. They think they can they can run your life. They can't. They think they can run my life. They can't do shit. So, I'm way better off than them. Because I prove things with receipts. Do they? No, not all the time. It's just words. That's all it is. Words. With certain people. But it is what it is. But in any case, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish, but if you leave stupid comments, bye-bye, you go. Banished to the shadow realm, where Rosemary will eat your soul. And Satan too. But that's that, so don't do it. Because you will be blocked, and you'll be hidden, and you go bye-bye. And if you don't like it, well, cry me a fucking river, bitch. And that's pretty much it for that. And if you're new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab that cold one, whatever you got. Well, I don't have anything right now, but, before I go to sleep, I'm going to have a nice little glass of OJ. So, that's orange juice for you dumb people who don't know what it means. So I'm going to have a glass of OJ before I go to bed. And, that's, pretty much it. But I will have my cold one when I have my cold one. That's, pretty much it. But when you watch my show, sit back, relax, you grab that cold one, whatever it may be, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. And if not, there's the door. Don't let it hit your ugly, fat ass on the way out. Just get out of here. You don't like me? Well, I don't like you too. But you're gonna watch, you know why? Because you love me, and I love you too. Especially you ladies out there. But it is you ladies and your mamas out there. But I digress. Alright, enough about that bull funky. Alright, it is the weekend. It is pretty much the end of the weekend right now. Tomorrow, we got one more day tomorrow, and then we start the new work week. The final official full week of July. As we are actually 10 days away, well, as of this video, 10 days away from the end of this month, the 7th month of the year, 2024, as we're going to be about to begin the dog days of August. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So far, July has been an okay month for me. You know, I had to do my my surgery, my little back surgery. Got an injection this past last weekend. Last weekend I got that. You know, had a pretty good July 4th weekend and everything. You know, got a special day on Wednesday. We're gonna be doing that. Gonna be going party. We're gonna party and everything. That's that. You know, I've been sick for the last few days, this whole week, basically. But it's non-COVID related, thankfully. So, but I do have to isolate because, you know, my mom is a little bit sick too. It's not COVID either. Just she's she's under the weather. So I have to stay home for the next day. Well, I stayed home today. I was supposed to go out today, but I didn't go out. Well, besides getting my medication, that's the only thing I actually went out for. And to do some yard work. And tomorrow I might go to the supermarket to grab a quick couple things and then come right back home. It's probably gonna be after the Met game tomorrow. Oh, by the way, Mets won 1-0 tonight. Severino, 6 great innings. The bullpen, Budo, Nunez, Diaz. That's what I want. I'd love to see. The bullpen, as horrible as they are, as they've been, I should say, as horrible as the Met fucking bullpen has been, they shut it down today against the Miami Marlins. 1-0. Back over, well, they're over 500. 3 games over 500. Still in that second and third wild card race. You know, I got very upset yesterday because they lost the first game of the series 6-3, 6-4. I think it was 6-4. So I was like, oh, here we go again. Second half swoon. But, you know, I was like, I was thinking that they were going to start off with that swoon. They get swept by the Marlins. You know, then they have the Yankees coming up on Tuesday. Actually, I think that... Yeah, I don't even think they played on Monday. Because I know they play Tuesday and Wednesday at that construction site in the Bronx. I know that. And by the way, Yankees, you lost today too. Lost to the Tampa Bay Rays. Yay! Good job. It's always fun when the Yankees lose. It's always fun. So we had that. Mets won. We're happy. So yeah, we got that, and so we'll see what happens tomorrow with the Mets. I believe the final game of that series in Miami. Then they go back to New York, go to that construction site in the Bronx for 2 games, and then I think after that they go to Atlanta. Ugh. I have to deal with JD's Braves, who have not been good lately. That's why they're in second place, right, JD? But you know, those Mets are creeping up on second place. And no Acuna for the entire year. Bye-bye, so long for we'll see you in 2025, bitch. But, I mean, if the Braves don't get it together, the Mets might just vault into second place. The way they've been playing. That June was just a great month. If they didn't have that month of June with the Grimace powered month of June, and Grimace is still around, by the way. If they didn't have that month where they went, I think 17-9 or 18-9, we wouldn't be talking right now. We'd be talking about we're gonna need a good second half, like a good July, a great August, and just put the pedal to the metal in September for the playoff run. But right now, they're in contention for those wild card spots possibly that number 1 spot. But, it's the second game of the second half of the season. Got a long way to go. Rest of this month, all of August, and then all of September. So hopefully, I think it's, we'll see by what happens by the middle of August. If the Mets are still in contention by the time we hit Labor Day, if the Mets are still in contention for one of those wild card spots, look out! September to remember. Playoff, and hopefully the Mets don't, near the end. But you got teams they're going to be facing that they should beat, like Miami. But Miami always gives the Mets fits. Always, every fucking year. That Yankee series is going to be tough too, but I loved Severino's freaking, I think it was last night, not tonight, obviously. It was last night. Luis Severino, former Yankee, was asked about, that some of the players on the Yankees were talking to, saying some shit to Severino, bad idea. Saying, "Oh, you're lucky you didn't face us in the first 2 games at Citi Field." So Severino goes to talks to the press and everything. He was asked that question, and Severino says probably one of the greatest lines in history of the Mets. He says, "Oh, you're looking at it in pitch. You know what?" He says, "You know why I didn't pitch against the Yankees? Because they're a 2-hitter team. Wow, 2-star team." Shit, Louis Sevy. Tell us how you really feel about the Yankees. Holy shit, 2-star team, which is basically Judgy, Wudgy, and Soto. That means their pitching staff sucks. Pretty much. Garrett Cole sucks. Everybody else sucks. Everybody else on there and that starting lineup sucks. Stanton, he probably gonna hurt again right near the end of the year, like he always does. He's not been hitting that well either. LeMahieu barely hits. Rice, Rice, Volpe, here and there. But basically, I agree with Sevy. It is the freaking Judgy, Wudgy, and Soto show. That's all they get is hits. That's the only people that get hits. Judgy Wudgy, 34, 35 home runs now. I don't even know how many. I don't give a shit. Pretty much 35 steroid home runs, basically, because you know how he uses them. Because that's what all the Yankees do. That's what the Yankees are. Steroid-using bitches. Stanton is the first, Stanton has a stash in his locker room. He gives to Judgy Wudgy, he gives to Soto. So Soto, you can have your little, fun in the Bronx, but, once November hits, pretty much when November hits, and free agency starts and everything, because Soto is a free agent after this year. What is David Stearns and Uncle Stevie gonna do? Open up that checkbook. Juan Soto will be a Met by maybe next year. I was hoping this year, but and the good thing is when you get Yamamoto-san, he is done. Done. He is a bust for the fucking Dodgers this year. He got hurt again. I think he's out for the year. He's out for a while. So, that's pretty much it. There's the dude from Bates Motel on Netflix. Good show. And it was a good series. Me and Rosa, we religiously watched that on Netflix. That's it. We did watch Cobra Kai. Oh, that was great. Looking at it again, it's great. It's just good stuff. Moving on. Alright, so we'll see what the Mets do. Trade deadline in 8 days. A week from tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Monday. So say the Mets are going to be buyers or Sellers. They get more bullpen help, maybe another starter in that rotation. Senga should be coming back for the Braves series. Didn't do so good today in his rehab start in Syracuse. 5 runs. Ugh. That's not good. We don't want you coming back and giving up 16 fucking runs there, dude. We need you for that playoff run. So you can't just you had a great performance in Brooklyn, then one in Syracuse, and then another one I think in another minor league game. He had like 2 or 3 minor league starts. This was, I think, his 3rd or 4th one, and that one he just lays a stinker. What are you gonna do? You know. So I don't know if he's got maybe one more after that, or they're just gonna wait till they hit Atlanta. I think it's next weekend. So, but if a Senga can be the Senga of last year, last year he was good. There was moments he was Jekyll and Hyde, but he was pretty good most of the season. If he could be that guy, and then you have Manaea trying to right the ship, even though he stunk last night. If Manaea can right the ship a little bit, Quintana, I don't know if he's going to be a Met by the end of this month. Peterson's been pitching some good shit so far. Maybe they put McGillen as a spot starter in the bullpen. But if they get Senga back and maybe add another starter, they get rid of Quintana, they add that starter. I think the Mets rotation going into the playoffs, if they make it, could be pretty good. Now you got to worry about the bullpen, depending on who you get rid of. Ottavino, and maybe a couple other guys. Drew Smith, and because most of them are. Drew Smith's injured. I would just release him. He's just damaged goods right now. Ottavino is just old. He's old. He sucks. He needs to get out of here. Go back to Boston. Go back to the Skankies for all I care, and suck there too. I would keep Nunez as the 8th inning guy, or put Budo in the 8th, and then you have Diaz, of course. But I think that middle relief leading up to the setup guys, that really the middle relief needs a makeover right now. Because if they don't get anybody for relief pitching that's actually good, I don't think the Mets even make it out of the wild card round. I don't even think they'll make it out of the wild card round. And if they somehow do, I don't even think they make it out of the NLDS, the division series. But stranger things have happened in baseball. Horrible bullpens sometimes can gets the World Series. But we'll see what happens with that. All right. Enough about that bull funky. Talk about the Mets for 18 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Saturday night, right here on the Carol Demons channel, my gorgeous name is Peter Joseph, anime content creator, talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, baseball, football, hockey, a little bit of basketball here and there. Oh, by the way, speaking of basketball, the men's Olympic team for basketball, they have like Steph Curry, all the so-called dream team. They played South Sudan today in a showcase game, and they barely beat them. Barely. They won by a stinking point. So you mean to tell me these guys, these superstars like Steph Curry, and everybody else there, LeBron, or Gabriel, whatever, all these other stars that are on the team can't beat a fucking team from South Sudan by 50? And usually, in basketball during the Summer Olympics, the USA men's national team is unbeatable. They go undefeated, they win the gold medal. That's the only gold medal besides swimming here and there that that the U.S. actually gets at the Olympics. Maybe, well, soccer, no, because the soccer team sucks too. The women's team, I would see maybe getting a gold medal, or at least in the medal round this year in the Olympics. We start on the opening ceremonies in Paris on, I believe, Friday afternoon on the USA Network. That's why the Bash, the Great American Bash, on the 30th, and then the week after that is preempted. Is going to Sci-Fi. So got that, and also it was announced that, well, this coming Collision on next Saturday to you people. So July 27th edition of Collision will be live. And then we got Battle of the Belts. I don't know if that's going to be taped or it's going to be live right after. I assume it's going to be live right after Collision this coming Saturday night. And then the following Saturday, which is SummerSlam weekend, we all know SummerSlam is going to be at night in Cleveland. And Tony Khan, the smart man that he is sometimes, said that Collision will be taped on August the 1st. August the 1st, so, but it's not, and I repeat, not going head-to-head with SummerSlam, because you know the ratings will be like 200,000. But Collision will air at 5 p.m., so a 5 to 7 lead-up to SummerSlam. Ratings, I don't know about that, at 5 o'clock. On a Saturday afternoon. So mid-Saturday afternoon wrestling. Leading up to the pre-show, I assume the pre-show for SummerSlam. So I don't know if SummerSlam is like a 7 or 8. So we'll see that. But at least Tony Khan, doesn't want to, is doing something right. He says, hey, let's have Collision taped. Which we don't want to put it live at 8 because nobody's going to watch it. Put it at 5, go to 7, and then see how the ratings do. If they do bad, what are you going to do? But if it gets around 400,000 to maybe a 500,000, I think that's pretty damn good as a lead-in to SummerSlam. And you don't have to worry about later in August when they have Bash in Berlin, which would be the week after All In, because there will be no Collision. Well, actually, I don't know if there's going to be a Collision the day before, or on August the 24th, which is the day before All In. So I don't know what happens that Friday night, but we got that. But the August 31st edition of Collision will be, I assume it's going to be live at its normal time slot at 8, because Bash in Berlin is going to start, I think it's going to start around 2. I think 2 or 3 o'clock, because it's in Berlin, which I think is about 5, maybe 6, I think 5 or 6 hours away. Maybe 7 at most, I don't know. I know Italy's around 6 to 7 hours ahead of us, so we got that. So I would say about 6 hours. So you think about it, it's an 8 o'clock show, so it's gonna start probably about 1, maybe 2 o'clock here in the States on August the 31st. So if it starts at 2, it's gonna go to about 5, maybe 5:15 the latest. Then from pretty much after that, you can watch the scrum, grab a late bite to eat, and then get ready for Collision, August the 31st at 8 o'clock. You don't have to worry about anything. There you go. Simple thing. Tony Khan is a smart man sometimes. But Collision, August the 3rd at 5. Resident Evil 5. 5 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT. And we got that. Alright. So, speaking of another show, it's not on TNT, but it's in the AEW family. It is time right now for your late and out-of-date Honor Ring of Honor TV review. And I'm not doing Impact because Slammiversary was tonight. I wanted to do this video earlier, but I'm still under the weather, so, you know. So, and I had to do SmackDown and Rampage, which I'm going to do, after this video, before I go to bed. I'm going to do SmackDown and Rampage, and then I'm going to do, tomorrow, I will do, Slammiversary review first, and then Collision. And then I might get that Bob Newhart, video in. I've been meaning to do it, so it's going to be a late tribute video to Bob Newhart, who passed away a couple days ago. So that's that. Alright, let's get into Ring of Honor, which is, the pre-go-home show before Death Before Dishonor on, Friday night, July the 26th, from, I think, Arlington, Texas. So, got that. Alright, so, this was an okay show. Not great. Episode number 73, I believe, of the show. And that's pretty much it. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. No, we're trying to get more matches for Death Before Dishonor. We have 3 matches set, with the third being announced last week, which was Dalton. Not Dalton. We're just ready! Taking on the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe, for the world title. We had that. We have Athena defending her Ring of Honor Women's Championship against Queen Aminata. And then my girl Billy Starks defends her Women's TV Championship against Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen. We got that. That's the only 3 we got. I don't think we got anything this week. And you're gonna remember the pre-show for Death Before Dishonor. So Tony Khan, as always, will have the go-home show, and then he's going to announce the rest of the card and the pre-show matches. So probably like 5 more matches will be announced on the main show, and then 3 more matches will be announced as well. And then they'll have like 5 matches on the pre-show, like they did for Forbidden Door, which is retarded. Extra matches, and it was like a 15-match card. Come on, can't do that. No, the main card was like 10, I think it was 10 matches. Overall, it was like 14 or 15 matches. It was insane. 4 or 5 matches on a pre-show. It's like, you better just have that on Rampage. It is what it is. Anyway. Alright, so hopefully we're going to get more matches next week. But we'll see. Or maybe we'll hear it on Dynamite this week. I doubt that, but we got that. Alright, so we are emanating from the Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Or Arkansas for you dumb people at home. So still around the Little Rock, Arkansas area. And our commentary team every Thursday night on Ring of Honor TV on not HD North, but Ring of Honor TV on Honor Club on ringofhonorwrestling.com. I got allergies, sorry. Alright, so we had Ian Ricka Boring and my good friend, the Pasta. Caprice Coleman. Alright, let's get into this show a little bit more now. Alright, so we start off Ring of Honor, episode number 73, with a recap of Roddy beating the Peacock, Dalton Castle, to become the new #1 contender to the Ring of Honor World title on an AEW show. That was on Collision. So we get that. Dalton actually got injured during that match. He got hit with that not the sick kick, the sick knee by Roddy, knocked him completely out. And now Dalton is out for the year. So I don't know if it's a concussion related thing, or I mean, I did see the match last week. I didn't really see where Dalton got hurt, other than getting knocked the fuck out. Maybe I don't know if there was a beatdown. I think it was a beatdown after by Roddy and the Kingdom, but Dalton's out for the year. It sucks, man. It sucks, and now kind of threw a wrench into Tony Khan's plans for Death Before Dishonor. So I really don't think that they're gonna make Dalton Castle face off against Mark Briscoe for the title. I don't know. Maybe that was the plan all along. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so we got that. Then we saw the promo, also on Collision, of Mark Briscoe all fired up to face Roddy. And he says, I'm going to beat you. We know each other for years, and I'm going to beat you. I'm going to retain my belt, which I think he will. Even though it's Roddy's birthday Friday. But I remember one year he was fighting Jay Lethal, I think, for the world title. One of the titles on his birthday, and I think he lost on his birthday, so I could probably assume that he might lose again on his birthday. And I think Mark Briscoe's only defended the belt, I think, 2 or 3 times since winning at Supercard, which is in April. So he's been a 3-month champ. I don't think they're going to make him lose it to Roddy, who has been a former Ring of Honor champion. And you know, Taven's going to be there, and Bennett going to be there. I wouldn't put it past Mark to have any member of the conglomeration there, whether it be Orange Cassidy or Kyle. I would assume Kyle will be there. It's a Ring of Honor show, mind you. It's not going to be Ishii, who's now the newest member. That's kind of weird, but okay. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that, but I pretty much truly think that Mark is going to retain that belt. And then we'll see what happens with that. Because really, you have nothing after this pay-per-view. I don't even know if they're going to have another pay-per-view before Final Battle in December, and it better be in New York. At the Hammerstein, where TNA Bound for Glory might be. They're thinking maybe to go to London, but I mean, they did say that the Hammerstein has no wrestling events coming up. They haven't had one probably in like a long time over there, but I mean, imagine them getting the Hammerstein. You know that's gonna sell out quick. I mean, they sold out the arena in Montreal for Slammiversary. Setup wasn't that bad, but the lighting, that lighting was bad. I don't know if it was the arena effect, but like, so I was watching Slammiversary tonight, and I was like, God damn, put the lights back on. The lights are so dim. Like, what is this? It was like a backyard fucking fed at night or something like that. Shit. But I mean, it is what it is. And congratulations to Dolph Ziggler, my boy. Not like that, but Dolph Ziggler is the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I was hoping to say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. No. He eliminated Moose because it was a 6-way elimination match for the title. He eliminated Moose, and then Josh Alexander, Josh Alexander eliminated him as he turned heel. So that might be Dolph Ziggler's next match going into the whatever August pay-per-view is coming up, or event. Because you got August, and you got September, and then you'll be, and after September events, it's not pay-per-views, it's events. As we go into September, then we're on the road to Bound for Glory. I could see maybe like Dolph Ziggler taking on Josh Alexander. That would be interesting. But Moose is gonna want his rematch. But we'll see what happens with that. But it wasn't. I'll just say this: it wasn't a good night for the system. Not a good night at all. I mean, there was some NXT in there with Wesley joining up with the Rascals to take on I forgot who they took on. Oh, they took on members of NXT as well. Catchpoint 3.1 of Tavian Heights, Mysterio's son Charlie Dempsey, and Miles Bourne. So it's great to see. It was great to see Wesley there. There was a really bad rumor that that AJ Styles was gonna be there. I mean, I didn't particularly see him. If I did, I missed it. And then John Cena was gonna be there. Yeah, right. But again, like I said, a horrible rumor. Horrible rumor. And I think we all know where that came from. Pedophile clickbaiter himself. But that's another story for another time. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so Roddy and Mark are ready for their title match next week. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, moving on. Alright, so then we start properly with the Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena. Still has that goddamn belt, almost 2 years now. She's on crutches still. And then the Ring of Honor Women's TV Champion Billie Starkz comes out for a little chitty chat. So Athena says that she's not medically cleared. And Billie says the same thing. Well, Billie's fighting lately, so I don't know what that means. Billie, I guess, agrees. Like, yeah, she's not here. She's hurt. So Billie outsmarted everyone to become the first women's TV champion in Ring of Honor history. Athena is now injured, but knows she can beat Queen Aminata on 1 foot. Okay, Lexi Nair is also there with the 2 security guards who are now in the Minions in training. So they, well, actually, yes. So next week, we find out that Lexi Nair will give Queen Aminata 5 minutes of uninterrupted time. So you know what that means? 5 minutes, dude! Get your pool by Pantera. And that's pretty much it. So next week, we got Queen Aminata and Lexi Nair in the 5-minute uninterrupted interview time. Okay. Well, as Bull from Nightcoat would say, okay. And then we'll move on with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we're all for running on Ring of Honor TV. Alright, then we go to the back. We have Lexi there with the Peacock. Dalton Castle has a 6-man tag team match coming up against Lance Archer. Everybody dies! And the Righteous. We got that, but he has no partners. Because he has no boys. They're all gone. The T-Twins, gone. They got fired from Ring of Honor. Rightfully so, because they missed house shows. Anyway, so Dalton's looking for 2 guys, or 2 boys, to be his partners. And then, of all people, and I told you this storyline was going to continue, the Outrunners, 2 Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum. By the way, Truth Magnum, legit, I am not making this up. He legit follows me on Instagram. Smart man. And he also, because on Instagram, this segment was actually on Instagram as well. I actually left a comment on it, and out of the blue, next thing I know, Truth Magnum freaking liked my comment. So I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be the real Truth Magnum. So I went to the profile because like the video. I was like, is this the actual freaking account? Because you know how there's so many fake accounts, but you know what it is. So I actually looked, and it's legit. It is actually Truth Magnum's freaking Instagram account. So I followed him, and he followed me right back. I was like, you smart man! The Outrunners, the next Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. And I'm not just talking crazy. But it is what it is. Alright, so the Outrunners come in and says, hey Dalton, we heard you need a partner. You know, we helped you out last week. You know, we were your boys for a little bit. But even though he didn't know that. But anyway. And then Dalton's like, have I met you guys? So, they're like, yeah, we helped you out last week, remember? We were your boys and everything last time. No. So, anyway. So, it's like, alright, prove to me that you're the Outrunners. And then they do some posing. And Dalton's like, oh, I know you guys. Alright, you're in. You're in? Like, is it good now, Lexi? Good? Okay. Moving on. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. So that leads us to the match, a 6-man tag team match. The Outrunners and Dalton Castle, the Peacock, take on Lance Archer and the Righteous of Vincent and Dutch. Alright, we got that. It was an okay match, nothing great. It's also with Dalton powering Vincent into the corner. And then some more grappling ensues. Then it's off to Dutch and Turbo Floyd, not Pink Floyd, Turbo Floyd, with Dutch breaking up the posing. And then Truth Magnum comes in, starts on the arm, but then Lance Archer breaks that up without much trouble and pretty much easily. Then some clotheslines keep Magnum in trouble. Vincent hits a backsplash for a near fall. And then Lance Archer comes in to stomp away. Then Vincent has a basement downward spiral. Ouch. So Magnum is in deep doo-doo. But he suplexes his way out of a basic 1905 chinlock. Gets the hot tag to the Peacock. Dalton Castle comes in with a delayed German suplex for a near fall on Vincent. But then Lance Archer comes in to break up the Bangarang. And this is before he got hurt on Collision, mind you. Just remember that. So he breaks up the Bangarang. Turbo Floyd breaks out of a chokeslam. But sadly, Archer hits the blackout. 1, 2, 3. The Righteous and Lance Archer get the win because they're monsters. What are you going to do? And that's that. Alright, so I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars, but that's it. And to Truth Magnum, thank you once again. Thank you for joining the prophecy. You are the greatest. Maybe if I ever go to a Ring of Honor show and maybe I run into him, it's like, hey, is that Truth Magnum? Hey, you follow me on Twitter? No. I'll say, you guys are great, man. Oh, thank you very much. It's like, yeah, remember when you had that segment with Dalton where you were, he was looking for partners and you came in and you all agreed to be a team. It's like, I left a comment on the Instagram video. I don't know if it was on the Ring of Honor chat on Instagram or somebody's Instagram. Next thing I know, I left a comment, and then you, you, Magnum, freaking liked my comment. I was like, what? I was like, I usually never get wrestlers on Instagram, mind you, to like my stuff, but my comments. But, it happens sometimes, Mick Foley, of all people, I don't know what year it was, actually freaking liked my tweet. I mean, it is what it is. Francine, I have on Twitter, liked my tweets sometimes. I think she actually tweeted me one time. Or replied to me. Taylor Hendricks. I've known Taylor for many years in Ring of Honor. When she was in Ring of Honor. She's replied to me. On Twitter. Adam Cole, baby, has replied to me on Twitter. Britt Baker also. Except except she doesn't tweet me when I talk shit about the Penguins or the Steelers. Every time they lose, Pittsburgh loses in the playoffs or something like that. It's like, hey, Britt Baker, what happened? I get nervous because she'll probably block me. Because, being a Ranger fan and a Niners fan. It's just the spirit of competition. Not meant to be, the fucking Steelers suck. It's football. Come on. It's like, how bad, I hate JD. We all know I hate JD. I hate his Braves too. It's just competition. He can go on his lame as fuck videos saying, hey, the Mets suck. Well, we've been know that. Sometimes they do suck sometimes. But Braves suck even more. But that's just what it is. That's that. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, that's it. Alright, so, Dalton and the Outrunners might be a team. Well, not anymore, because now Dalton's on the shelf for the rest of the year. That sucks. I hope he gets better. And, let's see what happens with the Outrunners. I hope they get a tag team title shot. I mean, I just don't want them to be the jobbers of Ring of Honor and AEW. Give them something. Come on. Make them... when Dalton comes back, maybe they can become trios tag team champions. And, we got that. Speaking of tag teams that might be soon to be Ring of Honor tag team champions, we got the MXM collection of Monsieur and Mace, or Marseille, whatever you want to call it. So, Dio Madden, whatever. So, MXM is all about the 3 F's. Fashion, fitness, philanthropy. That's not spelled with an F. But you get philanthropy from an F. I know it sounds... You go, philanthropy. Okay, I'll go with that. You know what my 3 F's are? Fuck, fuck, fuck. Right, ladies? Of course. The ladies always, that's what, they always preach I always preach the 3 F's. Fuck, fuck, fuck. And the ladies always abide by it. See, Otaku, if you would listen to me sometimes and follow my little philosophy and not treat women like they're shit, then if you would have followed the 3 F's, right, you would have got laid already. But when you go on video and you treat women like shit, and then you have all these demands, nobody's gonna go with those demands. I'm being honest. I'm not being, mean or bashing the guy. I mean, if he wants to take it as a bash, I don't care. But I'm saying, I know. There's women, they act weird sometimes. I understand that. You know, even the missus does too. I mean, I have to deal with it. You know? But I'm not gonna have, like, I demand Rosa suck my dick every fucking night. You know what I mean? No. No, I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna beg Rosa for sex. I don't need to. You know, if she's not in the mood, I'm not gonna say, hey, get up and suck my dick. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on. Really? I mean, seriously, I'm not gonna beg. First, I'm not gonna beg. Second, I'm not gonna, try to rape her or anything to get sex, just to please, get myself off and everything. No. If she's not in the mood, she's not in the mood. I mean, it's the same thing with men. If the men are not in the mood, which is pretty much rare unless they're sick, but, if men are not in the mood, ladies, I mean, you can try all you want by dancing on their dick. I mean, the guy's like, I'm tired, let me alone today, Let the guy live a little bit. He's not a machine. Like the ladies, they're not like, they're not just, you want to stick your key in the ignition and just go driving, you know what I mean? But, if you demand that a woman has to give you sex anytime you want it, that ain't happening. I don't think any woman in their right mind, unless they're really fucked up in the head, would give somebody sex anytime they want it. So if somebody says, I want sex, I'm on my period, I want sex now, then women ain't gonna do it. Unless you have towels, I mean, come on. That's nasty, but still. I think that's wrong. But like I said, if MXM has the 3 Fs and I have the 3 Fs, fuck. Otaku, you could have been laid already. I'm just saying. If another guy who couldn't get laid and now finally gets laid after so long, if he can get laid, so can you. Just stop acting like a fruit nugget. No, I gotta say, like Future Trunks would, was it Future Trunks? Well, anyway, Trunks or Future Trunks would say, stop being a douche nugget. If you follow GT, you get that reference. Why is he being a douche nugget? Goten? I'm like, I don't know. And then you have Vegeta like, shut up, boy! But yeah, don't be a douche nugget. Otaku. That's all I gotta say about that. Not bashing, but if you follow the 3 Fs of Peter Joseph, you'll get there, my friend. You'll get those ladies, and they'll be swarming for your dick. Just saying. But just, I think you need to change your little theories around your demands of women and everything, and pretty much your overall feel of women. I mean, your thought process. I mean, you just can't come out on video and say, there's 10 reasons why women of this generation suck, or something like that. If you can't take a woman at face value, then you shouldn't even be with a woman. You might as well just turn gay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but, I mean, if you preach, you want some pussy, I mean, if you're gonna just come out on video and just bash women left and right, one that makes you a sexist pig, and a male chauvinist pig, no girl's gonna ever want you. Unless they're really desperate. But I'm just saying. Just, if, you gotta you gotta deal with the women, man. You have to deal with the women. There's always good people out there that are, good women out there. But treat them right. Don't treat them like an ass. It's like, and then you go out for a little bit. You start getting to know each other. You have a good vibe. You have good chemistry together. And things happen the right moment. You have good sex and everything, and then next thing you know, you're like me, 16 years later with the missus. And yeah, I hate Rosa sometimes. We get into big fights, But it is what it is. But we may hate each other sometimes. We may really hate each other sometimes, but we stay together for the sake of being together. It's been 16 years, and I just don't, as much as there's a lot of temptation around everywhere I go, and even if I go to a club, or I go to a concert by myself, a wrestling show, there's some gorgeous, very gorgeous, attractive ladies where I go. I'm like, I'm not gonna freaking, do what I did back in 2000, back a while ago when I committed the cardinal sin, and then I'm like, I get caught, and then it's 16 years down the drain, but still, I'm not gonna do that. I'm committed to one woman right now, and that's the missus, and she is committed to me. It is what it is. She'll never, she's not the type of person that would go behind my back, go behind my back. That's her standards and her morals and shit. But yeah, otaku, I think you need the 3 Fs. And it's not fish, fish, fish. In a different way, it could be taken as fish, fish, fish would be pussy, pussy, pussy. You know what I mean? But the same. Take my advice for the 3 Fs. Fuck, fuck, fuck. You do that, you treat ladies with respect, and not do your bullshit, and treat them, with your demands and shit. You're gonna find a good lady who's gonna just break you off, and then you're gonna be in heaven. Then you can brag about it. Then you can thank me later. That goes to anybody else who's a virgin out there. Pretty much everybody is. They say, oh, I got a girlfriend, and this and that. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You probably treat her like shit, too. But I digress. Alright, moving on from that, from the 3 Fs, we go to, we have the ladies. Next. By the way, I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. We go to the ladies of Ring of Honor. We have Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen taking on Athena's student from her dojo, I believe, in Texas, in Houston, I think. Maya World. Not Meta World, which used to be somebody else's name. I think that was, what was that guy's name? Meta World Peace, remember that guy? What was it, Ron Artest? Used to be called Ron Artest, and now he changed his name to Meta World Peace. I don't know if he changed it back to Ron Artest. I don't care. But anyway. Alright, so Red Velvet versus Maya World. Decent match. Under 3-minute match. Did I say under 3 minutes? Anyway, so Red Velvet takes her down with a basic headlock to start. And Maya is back up, works on the arm. Then she sends Red Velvet into the corner, stretches away. But then Red Velvet comes back with a Japanese arm drag. You gotta love one of those. Then a flapjack into, she hits the flapjack, and then she tries to nip up, and not so good, Al. That was the Olympics. You get a big fat zero. But anyway, she kind of nips up, sets up something like natural selection. Somebody's been watching Charlotte tapes. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Red Velvet. So she's, she's still gaining momentum to face Billy Starks for the Women's TV Championship next week, and we'll see what happens with that. We move on. Alright, then we see Evil Uno, who's not really evil, in street clothes of all things. You rarely see that, even on his Twitch channel. Anyway, he's in street clothes and issues an open challenge to anyone from any promotion. Alright, so we got that. So, he's waiting for his opponent, and it is Katsuyori Shibata! And this is before, meaning these are all taped before Shibata's injury, and that took him by the learning tree, Reading Rainbow, Chris Jericho's group, as they took out his shoulder. This is way before all that. So we got that. 5-minute suckfest. We got that. Basically, Shibata just kicked his ass the entire match. So a cross arm breaker sends Uno over to the ropes, but Uno could not continue. So maybe he hurt his shoulder. I don't know. But the match is stopped at the 5-minute mark. And I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. So hopefully Evil Uno's okay, because because we only see him on Being the Dark Order. That's gonna be it. We'll just probably be in a sling or something like that. It is what it is. That's that. Alright, didn't like the match at all. Moving on. Alright, then we go to our next match. We have the Cage of Agony, the Machine, Brian Cage, and the Gates of Agony, Bishop Quan! Oh no, not Quan! And Tolioa, taking on the Jobber team of Rustin, I guess it's Rustin Molatalo, must be an Italian name, I don't know. Cappuccino Jones, that's an Italian name. Cappuccino Jones, Jesus Christ. And Carson Hutchinson. Sounds like two Italians and a gay guy. But anyway, 2.5 minute domination decimation fest. We get the toss jackknife. By Bishop Quan. Basically did all the work, I think. So Bishop Quan and the Cage of Agony get the win. 2.5 minutes decimated suckfest, and they gave it pretty much 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 stars. I'll be generous. Not that I care the match though. Move on. Alright, after that we go to the Big Man Rumble, Young Man Rumble. Shane Taylor of STP Promotions talks about sitting out a hurricane. Did he slam the hurricane like Matt Hardy? He can slam a tornado! But upon a hurricane! Something like that. Sitting out a hurricane and not getting a single call from AEW or Ring of Honor. He's like, well, if it was one of the big stars, they would have gotten a call. So he's coming for those big stars, and he's coming for the biggest one of them all, and that's the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe. Alright, so I guess it's going to be after Death Before Dishonor, so that might be foreshadowing, and we're going to get Mark Briscoe maybe defending the belt on TV against Shane Taylor. But we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, then we run down the 3-match card so far for Death Before Dishonor. Oh, by the way, I gave the Shane Taylor's promo, I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get an under 2-minute suckfest, one of those Tony Khan specials, you gotta love it. Queen Amanada in a tune-up match against Mackenzie Morgan. Who? Who the fuck is that bitch? I don't know. I never heard of these people before in my life. Anyway, Queen Amanada wins easily with a running air raid crash. And that's it. 1, 2, 3. Bing, bang, boom. Good night. And, Queen Amanada tune-up match before next Friday's Women's World Title match against Athena. And we'll see if she is the one to finally break Athena's streak and her run as Ring of Honor Women's champion. Women's champion. Will it happen? I think it might. I don't know, but if it doesn't, then who the fuck wins it? Well, it can't be. They might have to get somebody from the main roster to come down. It ain't gonna be Sasha. I wish it was, but it's not. Britt. No, Britt's already got her title shot. Worried about with Mercedes. Sheeta. They did that. I think they did that already with Athena. Sheeta, maybe. Nyla Rose. I think they already did that. I don't know who. I think it's gonna be a new star. Like, Jamie Hayter? Not that she would want the Ring of Honor belt. I think the AEW Women's Championship or the TBS title will be better when Jamie Hayter comes back, which, who knows when that's going to be. But, I mean, we have to see next Friday if they pull the trigger and make Queen Amanada the Queen Champ. And how long she holds it for, we'll see. That's after that. Alright, so I gave that match 2 out of 5 stars. Then we go to your main... I think this is the main event. Yep. Alright, we go to your main event of Ring of Honor TV, a lights out match, meaning no holds barred. So why don't you just call it a lights out, no holds barred match? Anyway. Alright, so we have Diamante of LAX taking on legit Layla Hirsch. These women have been going at it for a little while, and back and forth in matches, beating the crap out of each other. And this match, the match of the night, and you would never think of that in a, on Ring of Honor TV in a women's match, but still, move on. It's also with Layla snapping off some throws to start. They go to the outside. Diamante puts a trash can over Layla's head because she's, small. And hammers her way at her, ow. But Layla is right back up, takes it into the crowd. Now that crowd in Arkansas must have loved that. They had an 8-year-old girl beat the shit out of MJF. Who's next to beat somebody up? It's beat your wrestler night. Psh, I'm there. I'll kick MJF's ass. Let me just slap him right in the chest. Nice, good. Woo! Fuck you! It's like, I'll do it again! I'll do it harder, too! You micro dick! Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so they go in the crowd. Later sent into the barricade and crushed against it for a near fall back inside. Ow. And to mix it up a little bit, Layla whips out a plunger. Somebody had to go to the bathroom. And puts it onto Diamante's face. And the crowd's like, "What?" It's like, damn. I was having that vision of Ace Ventura 1 after Ace and uh, Miss, Detective Rainhorn were making out on their on the desk, and at the time, Ace didn't know that Miss Einhorn was a man. Your gun is sticking to my hip. What's the matter, Ace? Can't take the lead. Maybe later. Finkel and Einhorn. Blah! Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. With the toothpaste and he's freaking drinking. He's like drinking the mouthwash. It's nasty. Oh, I do have water. I forgot I had water here. So anyway. Anyway, that was that. Alright. So a running dropkick sends a chair into Diamante's face in the corner. Ow. And then Layla brings out a bag of thumbtacks. Ooh, we're getting hardcore now. When that takes too long, so Diamante gets in a suplex on the tacks. Ah! Oh, Layla Hirsch. Oof. Goof. That had to hurt. Then they go to the apron. Layla swings away with a kendo stick. Then Diamante is laid on a table. And we get a top rope moonsault through the table. And it broke. And then we get another table. Table for two. And then Layla loads up a superplex through the table. But Diamante reverses into Code Blue through the table. That was nasty. 1, 2, 3. Diamante gets the win in under 12.5 minutes. Great match that it was. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that is it for Ring of Honor TV this week. Alright, that puts a bow on episode 73 of Ring of Honor TV. But overall, it was a meh show. Nothing really great. I think, the main event was just the show, basically. That's pretty much it. Everything else felt like a squash match. Yeah, pretty much everything was squash match central until the main event. But, that's the way it is. So, my overall rating for Ring of Honor TV this week, 6.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show if you watched it. There's there's a lot of Ring of Honor people that watch it. Fans, I should say. Because I do see Ring of Honor reviews on YouTube by different people. But it's a lot, but I go more in depth. Depth. I get more involved. I get more in depth with the moves and everything. I give a little bit of an analysis, a little jokes here and there, in between. But all in all, I'm probably one of the main people that talk about Ring of Honor I say about a weekly basis. Not every week, but the same thing with TNA too. So, but TNA review will be back this coming Thursday, along with another Ring of Honor review. And I'll also be doing on Friday, I will be doing predictions. So I went to do predictions for Slammiversary, and it was just, I ran out of time. But I will be doing predictions for Death Before Dishonor, and I will be reviewing it on next Sunday. Because we got SmackDown and Rampage in between. And SmackDown is taped this week. So, we have that. And I already got the spoilers out. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. But we got that. So next this Friday night we're still gonna be from Omaha, Nebraska, and then the week after that, August the 2nd, will be live in Cleveland, Ohio. And that's pretty much it. Raw, I don't know where Raw's gonna be this week, but CM Puke, Phil Brooks is gonna be on the show. But Drew McIntyre will not. Or will he? So Phil will maybe announce that he is medically cleared. I mean, we'll see. We got one more Raw to go before, SummerSlam. That's the 29th. The July 29th edition of Raw will be the go home show before SummerSlam. And that's a nice. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so that's it, guys. I am out of here. I'm gonna try to get my SmackDown Rampage review up before I go to bed, because it's the weekend. I can stay up late if I wanted to, but I mean I'll see what I can do. But anyway, I am out, guys. Thanks for watching. 6.25 out of 10 stars for Ring of Honor. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below. Continue to hit that subscribe button down below as well on this channel, my other channels as well. Hit that bell for more. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media. You know the deal. So do it. And leave a comment if you wish, but don't leave stupid comments because you go bye-bye. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I am out of here. And until next time, if you're not down with that, well, you're a muck boy. If you're from the other side of the world, if you're living here in the United States, well, you're a fuck boy. That's it. And if you don't like that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! And that's it. See you next time. I'm out of here. Peace.